So it's nice now. I'll just change one from the grounding and it's pressing. I'm pressing right now.
I have no freaking motivation at all. Last thing I do not want to do right now is work out. I just not there. I don't want to work. I don't want to work out. No freaking motivation at all. So I didn't put. If you notice, I've got my thing to walk the other strongman. So I have no motivation. It's not just not there. Period. Not there. But I got bench press, close grip bench press, wide grip bench press, and I'm gonna do hex bar deadlift. So with zero motivation, none, no motivation. Last thing I want to do right now is press anything. I'm gonna do this workout and I'm gonna document it because I want to look back and be like, okay, with absolutely no motivation, what I do. So I got 10 sets of bench press. Working up the, what they call working sets of 315 for 3.
Tax stores. Meet our experts. They do your taxes, so you can work out with confidence. Now this is taxes.
40 years ago, the question was asked, who is the world's strongest man? Since then, this championship has been the final word on who is the strongest of them all. From Nice to Nashville, Malta to Morocco.
It's kind of hot, that I'll live with.
And the year before, bigger, better. Athletes that our world had never seen. Competitors who had pushed their bodies to the limit, sometimes risking their lives in the process. Why would they do it? That question may never be answered. But what we do know is that every year it's settled, decided, undisputed, and without question, that the last man standing is truly the strongest. The 2017 edition may go down as the greatest ever. Never before has a final included two men who each hold 4 titles. The world record holder in one of the most venerable tests of strength. And a man whose real-life persona truly lives up to his fictional character, mystic power and bravery. Who is the world's strongest man? We'll all find out next. The Okanagan Delta, a miraculous vibrant wetland in an arid landscape with abundance of wildlife, some of which migrate for weeks across the Kalahari Desert just to get here. Many amazing attractions of the African nation of Botswana and our precious host, the Forgenic We're in the capital city of Hamaroni at their Churchies Monument. First of 6 events, the tire flip.
And it should be a good one, Brent. The athletes are going to be required to flip the tire end over end across the finish line. The first strongman with 6 complete flips fastest time wins.
And our 5 competitors making their way to the start line. In Heat 1, let's learn a bit more about them in our Forgenics Power Profile.
Lawrence Shatley, great vision. Last year, I had a injury, obviously, in the final, which was a bit disappointing. This is my 9th world's strongest man now, and my 5th final. The events this year were, I knew were always going to be tough for me to get through recruit, and it started terribly, to be honest. And I just decided I was just going to focus on one event at a time, and luckily that was enough to get me to the final. You can't be totally normal to want to push yourself to do what we do. There are probably demons going on in our head that make us want to do this sport. I genuinely enjoy it.
I'm Zhukuna Savitskas from Lithuania.
My elbow been hurting me. So I'm gonna put on my elbow sleeve if I can find it. That's an organized gym, huh? Need my elbow sleeve and I can't find it. If you watching or you rewatching, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Click this, tap the screen. it helps. It helps people see what I'm doing. Helps the algorithm. And what I'm doing is I'm just doing bench press. And I don't know if they said on there, but I have absolutely no 100% no motivation. And I'm going on discipline. So there you go. I don't see my sleeve.
For me, I want to be always better, faster, better condition, better performance. And fight.
I'm Jeff Carroll. I'm representing Canada. It's an extreme sport, but for me it's normal. Every year I come here really prepared, and I think it's one of the toughest years for in the final. If you want to be a champion in the sport, you don't have secret about this, you know. You just train harder than the other competitors if you want to beat them. All the time when I train in strongmans, I always give my 100%. A lot of people try to find the shortcuts or something, but never happen. You must work this.
I'm Martin Fleeties, representing the United States. Last year was my first time in Washington Man. I was ambitious and ready to demolish the competition.
Marcus absolutely crushed that event.
I was confident in my axle clean press, but wanted to challenge Hafthor a little bit in the last 20 seconds. I heard a crackle when it hit my chest. And I'm not going to lie, my chest hurts, but it's not debilitating. This year's finals, I intend to improve on my last year's results. I'll definitely do better.
Here we go, lane 1, Caron. Hibiscus in lane 2, Leetsi's lane 3, Charlie lane 4, and Kwiatkowski in the 5th lane.
Leon Caron, the Canadian, near lane 1. Out of the gates the fastest. Taking a look here. That's Adrinas Hibiscus overcoming those injuries. This is the final. Some of these guys have been saving it all for these events here in Caron. He said you must train harder than your enemy and your opponent. Looks to have done so here in the tire clip, as he's going to be the first one across the line if he can finish this round.
This would be a 6th or final flip, and he gets it. He's heat 1 among all of the men who finished seconds in their qualifying groups.
Speaking of second, Kwiatkowski's finished second up there in the
I got 275, 3 reps.
Struggling. The other 4 men have finished their 6 flips. Chalet crossing 3rd. In 39.87, Leetsi's the 4th time up. Only 3 flips for Big Z, the 4-time world's strongest man champ. J.F. Caron goes into the lead.
Relentless efforts coupled with brute power and efficient technique that really helped the Canadian win this week.
The next set of athletes are about to compete. All the winners of their qualifying groups. Let's hear from them in our Corgenics Power Profiles.
Last year at World Strongest Man, I dislocated 2 fingers, completely incapacitating my hand. I came 3rd overall. You know, if I come 3rd with 1 hand, what can I do with 2 hands? Definitely proved that I am one of the strongest men on the planet. At the end of the day, we all have players. We all want to beat each other.
So the plan is to work up the 315 for sets of 3, and I'm doing 10 sets. My coach said I can pick my weights. If I feel like I can go heavier, I can go heavier. But the thing is, I can't go heavier and not get the rep. So I don't know if I'm going to do like 5 sets of 315 for 3 or try to sneak it up. We'll see.
Kind of built some momentum in the qualifiers to the finals. The world record holder for shield carry. I'm very good at it. When you get that event, you know it's sitting there in your pocket.
So this is 295 I'm doing for 3. This is my 5th out of 10. Then I'll go and I'll see what I can do after that, if that makes sense. The whole thing, once again, is I can't go up and not get the sets of 3. So this is like my, I guess like last, what you'll call block of heavy. Then I'm going back like down, doing more reps and increasing it. So the goal is to Of course, get the reps, get the form. I'm doing touch and go, but bench press kind of good. I never bounce it off my chest, but control, pop, boom, pop, boom. So I do powerlifting. So when I do a powerlifting meet, even though I'm not popping off my chest, bouncing, it'll go from pop, pow to pop,
This year I got it a
pow.
tough group, so I knew that I couldn't coast a lot because everybody's trying to make it through and only 2 of us are going to make it. I always set goals. I had a goal obviously to win World's Strongest Man and I accomplished that. Every year I just wanted to add to that legacy and I wanted to add to those titles. There's some very, very elite men that have accomplished 4 World's Strongest Man titles. You know, and the same competition most likely will never happen again.
Counter Russell, Iceland. I'm here to win. I'm a good shape right now. No injuries. Except I go away to the first policy. Half my base is powerless. So I can't move off of here. The doctor said it will recover, but it takes time. It's not a real recovery, so it doesn't affect my strength. I've been 3 times third place, 2 times second. Being so close every year, the last 5 years, it just makes me hungrier to reach my goal, to become the world's strongest man.
The difficult one this year for Hafthor Julius Bjornsson, arriving at from Nels Palsy. Doesn't seem to be keeping the Islander down. You know, he's been competing at World's Strongest Man for 7 years. He's made it to the final every time.
That's a 313 for 3 reps. That's a lot. I'll be back.
Pretty good as it's a neck and neck race between Genasi and Shaw after here in the near lane.
Then Brian Shaw. A 3 is in to win the second heat.
Eddie Hall, the 3rd competitor, to get his tire across the line as the Georgian Bull kind of ran out of gas and can't finish. Nick Best, the American, 48 years old, really struggling at the top.
Only 3 flips for Best. You mentioned Genasi only 5. Shaw not only wins the heat, but the entire first event in 27.28 seconds.
I call Shaw the cerebral savage. He really takes a thoughtful approach. The conservation of energy earlier on in the competition seems to be paying off.
And Shaw already on his way to gaining that 5th title, the leader.
And once again, anybody watching this or rewatching this, this is going to be a title, No Motivation. Pending winter storm, I'm sure. Maybe this day will go down in history. Maybe it'll be a blip, but I'm in Metro Atlanta and Marietta, Georgia, and supposed to be inclement weather. And that just kind of stressed me out, man. Like, in anxiety, because I've been like stuck in the snow before and going to the grocery store trying to get things. We normally do grocery pickups, but they feel, so my wife's like, we gotta go to the store, and I get it, but I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So I said, once again, no motivation. And I want to stress on that because it doesn't matter, you know, and I want to get kind of put that out there. If you got to do it, you got to do it. I'm 45 years old. I was looking today, I was looking online, I see people bench pressing 500. Like, I want to bench press 500 pounds. Well, how am I going to do it if I just don't do it or skip workouts or just play video games and stuff? So even if I'm like a robot, I don't care, just freaking do it.
Techniques developed and a lot more efficient.
It's 313 for 3.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
So I did my jumps kind of crazy. So I was only going to do like 2 sets of 315 for 3. I got 313 because I got 2 45-pound plates. So I'm doing 5 sets of 313 for 3 on a day with no motivation. And I'm going to be real, right? Because I jumped too high, too fast. So for some reason, if I do struggle and I can't get through these 313 for 3, I'll back out to make sure I get the 10 sets, and I back down to like 275 to get 3. I'm not doing sets of 10. It's not an option.
I've surpassed every single world record that existed when I first started strongman.
Said I got a flash goal. I don't even know what that is, but I got it. So yay! Go ahead and tap it up, tap it up, tap it up. That 3 gifter. Oh, so we're gonna go for the flash goal. So if you see this in the next 15 minutes to help motivate me and inspire me, please go ahead and send a gift. One gift, anything, it'll mean a lot. And if you're rewatching this and it's not on TikTok, you can send stars on Facebook. You can get comments are free. I just appreciate anything. So time to do 13 for 3 again, baby. And I'm going to make this a little easier, just kind of grip it a little bit better. I'm actually going to put chalk on my hand. Anything that I can do in the meet when I do powerlifting, I do when I train.
I thought it's capable of training. Let's see what the other guys do. Well, that's beatable. I wouldn't say blackout, but just, dizzy, couldn't stand up steps, fell forward. Yeah, something like that.
A lot of good guys went after me as well as before me. You count the reps, you're looking at the clock. Hard to watch.
Most of us knew it was going to be a battle between Eddie Thor and Brian Shaw. All 3 of them are just superhumans.
A lot of the guys have put up a very big number of reps.
You work hard, Brian. You work hard.
If I knew what I had to do,
Come on now.
I was going very slow, and I know that.
Finish.
They blew the whistle and I hit the time limit, so that's it. Yeah, I probably should have thought about it a little faster, but in all honesty, I wouldn't have changed it.
For the record, Brian, first time I actually scored for 60 seconds ever.
Performance in his iron clip. A 4-minute tie for second between Carone, Leezy, Sabiscus, and Shaw, each for 13 reps. That tie for second was enough to keep standings. With his win of the squat, he could haul into second. David Carone is in third.
Three more sets to go, baby.
Up next, here's the
3 more sets. 3 more sets. So once again, if you like, I'm gonna get this tap going. I got a goal to get 3 gifts. So go ahead to help support a brother. Tap it up, send gifts, say hi, where you from, how's the weather. And this, I promise you, man. I don't know if it's gonna be next week or the week after. I'm getting a microphone. Cause I keep saying I need to do TikTok better and all that. I need a microphone. I can get one for $5, $10. I don't know why I'm playing. So, once again, for anybody watching, this is the day. No motivation, no inspiration, straight discipline. Cause this is what I do. Doing bench press, 10 sets with the quote-unquote working set, the main set being 3, well, it'll be 315, but I got 45-pound plates, so it's 313 for 3 sets. I've done 2, so I got 3 more. And I said, if it gets tired and I can't do it, or I feel like I might not get the 3 sets, then I'm gonna go down and wait and make sure I get the 3 sets, but I'm also gonna push myself knowing that through Christ I can do all things, Philippians 4:13, that I can get 3 more sets, 313 for 3. So if you're watching, I got 71 likes. So if you're watching, you can send gifts or go ahead and just tap that like button just for me being 45 years old and doing 313 for 3 reps, you feel me? And then, once again, if you're rewatching YouTube, Facebook, show me love, follow, comment. It means a lot. I'm trying to motivate and inspire everybody I can to just work out, be fit, live a long, healthy life. 313 for 3.
And that's going to be the end of the time limit. So, Matthias Iliashkovsky will get 7, the man from Poland. And Konstantin Chinachio, Georgia. Check out that right hand. Following some palaces, more than a few. He gets 8 reps.
Pretty impressive performance by Tanasio. ready to dig deep and lock it out.
Two more.
Other arms are a disadvantage, but the Jordan Bull finds a way.
What makes Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadilla so giant? Crispy finger, salt, and melted cheese. Cheese. Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadilla. Who's got the sauce?
And the thing with this, when you can push yourself when you don't have motivation, when you can push yourself when your discipline is lacking, when you can push yourself when you just don't feel like doing it, when you do feel it, when you do get that pre-workout going, if you compete and you are in a competition, when you're trying to hit records and numbers, if you did this crap when you didn't feel like it, when you didn't want to, when stuff was hurt, when life was kicking your butt, and you put yourself on days like this, you will have super great days when you're feeling it. You gotta push through on days when you don't want to do great on the days that you're feeling good. Kind of like life, when you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, you just woke up, you got the whole freaking day to go. How you gonna deal with it, you know what I'm saying? So I just did 313, I'm doing sets of 3. I did 3 sets, I got 2 more to go, and that's gonna be 10 sets that I'll complete. Now I'm doing what I tend to do, which I gotta slow down. Sometimes when I don't wanna do something, I'll try to blow through it as fast as possible. And even though this is a weight I can handle, when I'm at my top strength, when I'm on it, I can do 315 for 15 reps. Right now I'm building back up, so. And then it's more about form and control, right? So I'm not trying to rush through these 3 sets, especially since I know that I came into this like, yeah. But at the same time, I don't want to wait all day too. Sometimes when you get that wave of momentum, you gotta navigate it. Do you go boom, 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 or do you kind of pace yourself not to tire yourself out? This is the main kind of work that I got. It's the bench press. The rest is kind of like lighter weight. But the good thing is, once I get done with these 2 sets, the majority of the work is done. And then everything else, I'm almost coasting, if that makes sense. And that's one thing in life too, kind of a life thing, whatever. Sometimes when you don't have something to do, something you don't like, something that's gonna be tedious, boring, something that's gonna be take a lot of work, instead of putting it off, sometimes just do it first. Do the hard stuff first. And then once it's out the way, I got that done. Now I can have fun or coast or take it easy, things like that. I got 2 more sets of 313 for 3. And then I think I'm gonna go knock out my deadlifts and then come back to the bench. I'm gonna do hex bar deadlift, and I got some back issues going on. So I do that because it saves my back, but also for me personally, I can still translate it and get a good regular deadlift. And then I'm gonna come back to the bench and do close grip bench press and wide grip bench press. Or I might knock it out next, depending on how I feel.
Competitors here, tremendous power, particularly when it comes to wrestling.
You made the point. As now Shale shakes it out after 4. He's picked that and get things stretched out a little bit. You're looking for JF, he had one. You always talk about JF as far as flashy, not very flashy. You don't hear a whole lot of it. Just steady and solid every year.
He's a consummate professional. 25. A strong man, a gym owner, owns a gym in Quebec City. So he's around this stuff every day. Look at what he does, but you can tell by his training, he takes it serious.
One more. Yeah, I did it. Almost done. Didn't even want to come in this garage, that's freaking cold. I didn't even want to do it. I'm almost done with this bench press, baby. If you're watching or being watched coming on in, I titled it No Motivation because I didn't want to do this. And here's the good thing about stuff. Now that I'm doing it, I'm doing it. So hey, it's like, you're doing it, so you might as well get it done, you know? And doing it with no motivation is better than not doing it at all. Oh, let me preach to you again. Doing something with no motivation is better than not doing it at all. He said Brian Spann joined, and then Brian Spann joined. I don't know if that's you watching Brian Spann. whoever watching, if you like, comment, subscribe. If you rewatching this, I'm posting on YouTube and all that. Don't only just watch it, but please share it. Like I'm gonna break this down in clips. Share the clips, because something even, it might help somebody. It just might help somebody.
He's got tremendous pressing power.
It's gonna take about 30 seconds, 40 more seconds, knock it out.
Struggling a bit. A nice early rhythm though for the Icelandic giant.
Very little hits involved in him lifting this overhead. That's just all shoulder deltoid.
Double dipping, double dipping. I'm rewatching the Raw Strongest Man 2017.
Colin Rice giving some instruction there about telling Hathor to wait at the top.
Received a warning there, but he's been getting credit for 13 reps.
Nick Best doing his best. Pull height. Not enough pressing power as Hathor goes for his 14th, and looks like he gets it.
Now for 15. Wait, he's not going to get that one. He's called for double dipping by Colin Bryce, the head referee.
Hathor has to be disappointed to hear Colin Bryce, the judge, apologizing, saying sorry, giving him some warnings earlier in the competition. That's going to be frustrating for the Icelandic giant.
But 14 nevertheless. He's a huge number. He wanted 15. He got credit for 14.
Here's the ref in question, Brent. You see Hathor, knees locked out, elbows locked out. Man, that's a tough one. Let's be clear, Brent. There's nobody better in this sport than head referee Colin Bryce to make such an important and subjective call.
Certainly it is a gray area. Zydrunas Savickas in Lithuania. Four-time world's strongest man champ. Ryan Shaw of the United States. Also a four-time world's strongest man champ.
You're looking at 8 world's strongest man titles between these two strongmen right here.
We may never see it again.
I don't know if we will or how we could. Such impressive runs. Did you hear head judge Colin Bryce say, watch the double dipping versus Zydrunas? Well, only got those 2 reps. Ryan Shaw putting on a nice display here, getting his 10th rep.
Thinks he missed this competition. He's still not at 100%.
Yeah, 2015 at the Arnold Strongman Classic.
6 reps.
That takes a
I only had 3. Plus I'm ending this. So on the workout with no motivation, did 4 sets of 3 with 313, and then burnt it out the last one, 313 for 3. Thank y'all for watching, rewatching. Please share it. God bless y'all.
It's another rep. And another after that.